Good evening. It is story time, and we are back into our favorite book, Frontiers of Natural Therapies. And I found the piece of information I wanted to share with you guys. It is about inflammation and why taking anti-inflammatories, like common things like non-steroidal anti-inflammatories like Advil, Tylenol, that kind of thing. Things that a lot of people are taking multiple times a day. So it sounds kind of weird, but it's really bad for you. And I'm not sure what the common thing is. Maybe it's stomach issues that develop, why people stop taking them. I have heard that over the years people have issues with it. So I'm not an expert on everything, but I do read. So here is some information for you. I won't read this verbatim. I'll just read highlighted portions and kind of discuss it, so it's not too long. A lot of this writing is very technical, and but I do want to read some portions of this. And if you have the book and would like to follow along, I'm on page 120, and here we go. So they're describing inflammation, and it says it is described as a biologically goal-oriented attempt towards detoxification and hence healing. So that means that the inflammatory process is actually your body detoxing itself. So before we get too far into it, I just want to point out that by stopping this process, you are actually stopping your body from detoxifying. Okay. So I will read this little section, and then I won't be reading you like 2 pages of this book, don't worry. So it says, the process of inflammation of detoxification of tissues is briefly described. In the past 100 years, the pathogenic role of bacteria has obviously been exaggerated. Bacteria have to fulfill an important biological duty. They secrete the enzyme hyaluronidase, which dissolves connective tissue. Homotoxins stored in the connective tissue are set free. The homotoxins, not the bacteria, are the decisive factor in inflammation. They must be detoxified and should, to a certain extent, be burned in the fire of the reaction phase. Many homotoxins, such as false proteins, allergy histamine, viruses, etc., are burned during the inflammation. If the normal process of detoxification is blocked or suppressed, homotoxins become active in the deep tissues of the body. So basically what this is saying is it's describing the process which your body is going through when it first experiences inflammation. So it doesn't say it right here, but in this chapter it does describe the actual bacteria that are dissolving certain connective tissues. It's actually bacteria produced by your body. So you have white blood cells which actually transform into a type of bacteria which go into connective tissues which are storing these toxins, and your own cells act as a bacteria to dissolve these connective tissues which are storing toxins. So it's not like some evil foreign entity coming inside you and causing you pain. It's your body acting naturally. So this pretty much blew my mind. I've never heard this information anywhere else, and I was really excited to share this with people. It might be maybe a couple years this will become really in the public theater, but maybe you guys will be the first to know, and you can give me a pat on the back someday. just for kicks, I'll keep going, and just a couple more things I'd like to point out, but basically that's what I wanted to tell you. So it goes on to talk about what's going on inside the connective tissues. So the inflammation and subsequent bacterial invasion release the toxins from the connective tissue so that they can be digested by enzyme activity. That's basically kind of what I said. So once the toxins are released from your connective tissues, which have been dissolved by the bacteria, you have enzymes in the body which then go and dissolve those toxins and then carry them through the body and out through a natural detox process. And then it does mention here, which, you know, is interesting, you do have viruses that are stored in the body. And I did mention in a previous video, I think when I was maybe doing tapping or something on the neck, when you have tight muscles and fascia that release like hard, painful tissue that, you know, releases tension and whatever, you're not just becoming more comfortable, you're actually releasing whatever was stored up in that tight tissue as well. So there could be viruses that are stuck in your really tight neck muscles, and you might end up feeling like you have the flu. You might end up feeling like you come down with a cold out of nowhere, and it could be from body work that you got done. And I don't know if, do massage therapists tell you that? I don't know. I don't really have enough money to pay for lots of massages, but I did study it, and I have, you know, done, you know, casual practice, you know. Anyway, so I digress. Anyway, releasing the viruses out of the tissue, and the reason for the inflammation being beneficial in this instance is that a rise in the body temperature of only a few degrees will kill the virus. So this is why you don't suppress a fever, because when you suppress the fever, the virus is allowed to continue living. So there are actual practical reasons why some old folky therapies worked, and I think they call them, I don't even remember what they call them. But anyway, it also goes in to describe how allergies form, which I think is really interesting. I don't know if anybody's ever thought it was weird that, oh my gosh, over the years, I didn't have these allergies, and now I'm allergic to this, and I'm allergic to that. And it's actually not a natural thing for your body to do. It is a response to toxins allowed to stay in your body and wreak havoc. So if you would like, I will read this because I don't necessarily know how to paraphrase it. And if you would like to just, you know, sing a song in your head while I read this, because it's quite technical, and then I promise I will stop. Okay. So it says, an allergy results from the formation of wild peptides or proteins, which are formed when the acid or inflammation stage is interrupted. Homotoxins, and those are the toxins stored in your connective tissue, unused histamine, bacterial toxins, and drugs all combine to form this new protein molecule, and an allergy is the result. The doctor who wrote this particular portion points out that during the normal acid phase, which occurs each morning at 3 a.m., these homotoxins become active in the tissue so that a variety of pain occurs at this time. Examples are angina, ulcer pains, itching of eczemas, and asthma. So, I think it's pretty cool. A lot of people discredit naturopathy, and it's just a medical practice which works with your body's natural functions instead of suppressing it and causing more damage over time. I am pretty sad seeing the state of the health of people, loved ones and things like that, just because they didn't know better. They trusted the wrong people. Doctors are pill pushers instead of people that bring you back to health. And yeah, I don't really like that. So if you watch this video, I hope you get some good information, and maybe think the next time you take an Advil or a Tylenol for a ache or a pain, a headache, things like that. If you have a fever, remember that there are natural, safe ways to keep a fever at a safe temperature, but allowing it to run its course so that your body can heat up to a safe degree, kill the virus, keep you alive, and get over that illness faster. There are so many natural anti-inflammatory herbs and remedies that allow your natural processes to continue, and I'm actually really optimistic for the future, because I really feel like there is a shift in the trend of health, and people just getting tired of feeling sick and tired and wanting to actually feel good, have energy, and realizing that the way to do that is to work with what nature gave us, what has been working for thousands of years. And anyway, unintended soapbox. I hope you all have a great night. Thanks for listening to me. And thanks for watching this video.